When common sense doesn't prevail, who in the world do you call? Well, in this case, call for action. The Fox 5 I-Team's Dana Fowle has a story that will leave you shaking your head this morning.
This is for the water cooler, folks. George Ellis, he has been going to the same safe deposit box for 30 years, but suddenly couldn't get into it. There wasn't a manager or even a lawyer at the bank who could sort it out for him. But our volunteers at Call for Action, well, they got it fixed in just 3 hours.
From day one, the requirement for accessing the box was just to sign your name on a pad, and they checked it against their record, and you went.
But the rules for accessing a safe deposit box changed, and that's okay. Systems get updated. But in this case, the bank needed to be flexible.
So this time, which was back in March, I stopped by and was met by the manager, who was new to me. I didn't know him. And he asked to see my driver's license, and I said, well, I've been blind for 12 years. I don't have a driver's license except my expired one, which I showed him.
I know what you're thinking. Surely he has another form of ID. Well, he does, lots in fact.
He said, well, how about a passport? I need a photo ID if you don't have a driver's license. I said, well, I have a passport, but it's in the box. How about a birth certificate? It's in the box. How about a social security card? It's in the box. So it became comedic to me that what I needed to prove who I was in the box I could not get into until I proved who I was.
He made a few calls, first to the bank's legal department, still a no-go. He reached out to a lawyer who said he'd have to sue. Then he made another call.
Call for Action, how can I assist you today?
Call for Action volunteer Sandra picked up the phone, and within 3 hours, the problem was fixed. Mr. Ellis went in this week to collect his things from the bank, and he closed his account.
So I'm eternally grateful to Sandra, very lovely woman, and the whole concept of Call for Action.
Call for Action has been a friend on the other end of the line for so many of our Fox 5 viewers. They volunteer to man the phones and help out when you're in a jam, like the time a contractor walked away with the money but didn't do the work, or when a retailer refused to fix a brand new appliance.
Call for Action at Fox 5. How you doing?
Sometimes you just need a hand when common sense doesn't prevail.
I felt like a kid in a principal's office with the interrogation. I felt like all I want's my stuff out of my box.
And, you know, as you know, a lawyer would have cost him money. Call for Action, of course, is free, and they're volunteers, so don't hesitate to reach out. If you are in a jam, go to our website, fox5atlanta.com, go to the I-Team section, and right there you're going to see how to contact the team.
I know there are rules for a reason, but in this case, come on.
Well, he'd been there for 30 years. He had, you know, credit cards, other forms of ID that weren't a picture ID, but, you know, the social security card, the passport, birth certificate, they were in the box.
That is crazy. They're like little angels, the Call for
Yeah,
Action
they are.
folks. What about people who want to volunteer to be one of them?
Go the exact same way. Go through our website and fill everything out. It's real easy, and I got to tell you, some of our volunteers have been here for a decade.
Wow.
They have a really good time.
Oh,
there's always good food down there. Just saying.
Thanks, Dana. I'm glad it worked out for him.